I think entrepreneurship is rewarded. Take chances, network heavily, surround yourself with incredibly good people, creative, smart, risk-taking people who are not reckless but forward-thinking.
Richard Solomon. Richard, thank you so much for joining me here in the hot seat.
Thank you for the privilege of being here.
Oh, that's special. So, Richard, we go back a while, and we can't talk about everything we've been involved with, but...
But we've been through the trenches.
We've been through the trenches, and I thank you. Richard is really forgive me for just jumping in this way, but you're so good at what you do. If people want to get in touch with a great attorney, how could they get in touch with you? We're not going to harp on it, but just I want people to know because I've experienced it. I've drank the Kool-Aid. Why shouldn't others?
Well, you can give my office a call at 516-371-4924. I'm located in Lawrence, Long Island, and I'm a commercial business attorney.
Commercial business. Again, what's that phone number?
516-371-4924. And I have a number of different platforms that
Amazing. We're going to talk about that.
Including radio.
So let's talk about, you have your hand in a lot of stuff. Talk about it.
Well, I wrote Winning in the New York Small Claims Courts a long time ago as a self-help book for people because I tried to...
And it's available on Amazon now?
It's out of print, but...
Out of print.
Call me and I'll get you an old copy.
So, folks, when there's something out of print, you know why. It flew off the shelves. Again, what's the name of the book?
It was called Winning in the New York Small Claims Courts. And it was a self-help guide for people.
Well, I understand why it's out of print. I mean, everyone probably tried to get it. I mean, you got to get it back in print.
You know what? We'll do an ebook. We'll do an ebook.
You got to.
There you go.
You got it. There's enough people that would like to know the answer to that.
And I'll have Bottom Line help me market it.
Right? So sorry to interrupt, Richard.
No, so I'm a lecturer. I'm an author. I've written a couple different books. And right now I have 3 different radio shows. I've Taken Care of Business. I have a Rocket Green Radio, which is an environmental show. And then My Father's Place Radio, which is...
Right, which we're going to talk about.
Which is one of the things. And all of them can be found on the SolomonChannel.com.
So nice.
SolomonChannel.com.
So let's talk about taking care of business. You've been on the radio for 15 years.
Yeah.
We're excited about our show here, and we've been on 3+ years, and it feels like a lifetime. 15 years.
It's been a great journey. I've had guests as diverse as Steve Wozniak from Apple,
nice.
And I've had Tim Russert and Mayor Ed Koch and a lot of other Ralph Baruch, who founded Viacom. But some of the really great moments were things like being on the USS Arlington at sea and having a person-to-person interview with captain of the ship at the night bridge while all of the instruments are dark and there's just infrared and we're at sea and going very, very slow. We're sort of outside of New York Harbor in anticipation of Fleet Week, and we're talking about the captain's 109-year-old grandmother who makes great sauce, and ravioli. Have these just personal experiences and things like that. And I met a gentleman who is in his 90s, and during World War II, his task was to print documents. And part of the documents that he had to create were the surrender documents that Japan had to sign. So they told him to print up 10. So he showed me the extra 2 that he's kept for the last 70+ years. And I'm actually looking in his living room in Queens, and I'm looking at documents signed by MacArthur, Douglas A. MacArthur and Chester Nimitz. And I'm like, wow,
Wow.
And the story, he had great stories. So a lot of what the show is newsmakers, entertainers, people who make a difference, doctors who give health tips on longevity. We had one of our most popular shows was Dr. Michael Greger, who advocates a plant-based diet, and he wrote a book called How Not to Die, and it's a 600-page book, and it's great because it tells you how to eat and lifestyle choices to really help extend your longevity. So we've had a lot of different people, Dr. Ruth, everybody, and it was even FCC compliant, that show.
Wow, it's still on. Well, we're going to talk tonight about 2 particular businesses among the many that you have your hand in. One is going to be, we're going to talk with Alex about My Father's Place, and then later on, we're going to talk with Randy. I'm going to keep you in suspense a little bit here. Richard, I'm going to turn to you, and then, of course, at the end, please share how people can get in touch with you. What is your top takeaway for people in the business world?
I think entrepreneurship is rewarded. Take chances, network heavily, surround yourself with incredibly good people, creative, smart, risk-taking people who are not reckless but forward-thinking, who follow or are on top of trends, but not but smart trends like the gentleman that we're here today. They're really, really smart at what they do. And by being associated with that people like those, it makes your business skills even better. To contact me, the best place is through maybe my radio show, which is the SolomonChannel.com, where all my radio shows, including my Father's Place Radio and Taking Care of Business, can be found.
I love the honor of interviewing C-level executives and sharing their great advice and perspective on Mind Your Business. I'd love to get your feedback. Post it in the comments below and subscribe. You'll never miss an edition of Mind Your Business.